Hello everyone, Jesmo from the Aristochats podcast here, and today I have a special piece of content for you. I'm bringing you an exhibition match that was played just a few days ago, on the Saturday of the Pissmas weekend, between resident Aristochats host Aerodrome playing Aegis against Connor, or MAST, the Dumb For Real podcast host, or one of the Dumb For Real podcast hosts, playing Roy. So we're going to jump into it, 5-game set, so first to 3 wins, and starting the first game onto small battlefield here. So we've got Aegis up against Roy, both characters, super great characters, really, really fast. Actually, a bit of a debate over which of these characters is better. Let me know in the comments which one you think is better. For me, it's Aegis, but it's very tight. Both these characters have some really absurd characteristics and attributes about them and things that they can do. Roy, I think, is going to be killing generally a little bit earlier in this matchup. He just has more consistent sort of kill confirms and kill setups, things like jab back air and side B and things like that. Just going to be really devastating. Pyro obviously can kill you insanely early, but you usually need to make a mistake for that to happen. Well, is getting hit by Pyro Downer a mistake? I don't know. You can obviously cop that at maybe 50 and get up smashed and actually just die, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, both characters super high tier, so first game here should be a pretty even matchup. We'll see how we do. No, I don't think there would be a massive advantage for either character. My God, almost dying to that side B at like 70 near the ledge. And that's what I'm saying. Roy's kill power is just absolutely insane for how fast he is as well. So Mithra going to try and die not as early, and I think that's probably going to determine a lot of what we see in the set is just how late Eric can live. If you're living past a few, oh well, that's not going to help. And there's the SD there, so Connor taking the first stock. If Eric can sort of get some extra credit on these stocks and live a bit longer, then and not get kill confirmed at like 80 consistently, then we might have a bit of a contest here. Good punish on that neutral B. Really hard move to punish. I don't know if that was a true punish, but a good angle to hit with that short hop out of shield falling up air, and a really nice advantage state to get a big 70% combo there. Ooh, and the well-spaced forward smash. That move is it's a sword, so I don't want to say it's deceptively long range, but it really is large. Like sometimes you try and sort of backspace it away from the forward smash, and you still get clipped by that anyway. And it doesn't seem to have much of a weak hitbox. A lot of characters like that tend to have the hitbox on those swords gets a bit weaker, or there's a sort of a point of the sword where it doesn't do quite as much damage and knockback. But I don't think Pyros has that, and if it does, I'm mistaken. But if it does, I've never been hit by it. So Aaron taking that stock with that forward smash and evening this up, and that down air at about 50% on that platform is going to take that stock. Obviously off the platform, that's going to be killing so early. Probably could have Connor could have been probably 5% lower, and that still would have taken it. So Aero, after that SD and losing that stock pretty cheaply, his first stock in the game, and taking a whole bunch of damage, actually in the lead here with a few mistakes from Connor, walking into that F smash with his whiff side B and then getting kill confirmed on that platform. When Aegis is on platforms, you got to be so careful. The downer hits below platforms, and that'll kill confirm you. If you jump up and try and contest it, there's not much in the game that can beat Pyro down here. So you've got to really, really respect that. But Connor evening the stocks up here, really trying to chase Aero down, being the primary aggressor. And we're going to see what's going to happen on this last stock. Little janky footstool there. And a bit of a mix coming out here from Connor. I think he's trying to find Era's defensive habits. Like he's kind of nearing the shield, jumping at her, and just seeing like how Era's going to react, seeing what his preferred defensive options are. And that's the thing with playing these characters like Roy, these rush down characters who just want to blow you up. It's like you got to scout the defensive habits early in the set and go from there, and then try and get some really, really early stocks a bit later in the set. And it's kind of hard on game one, I think, to be fully aware of like their habits and to get the correct tech reads and DI reads and stuff like that. Aaron disadvantage here. Going to recover. Going to be okay there. How's he going to get off the ledge? Ooh, just swings that forward air. Does get on the ledge though. Kind of charging the F smash. What if that would have killed? With the charge, I suppose it would have. And Aaron definitely playing the keep away game, which he can do. He does have slightly superior range. And Pyro is just so safe on shield if these moves are even remotely spaced. Ooh, and that's going to do it. The down air, getting that. Oh, actually living that. Good DI from Connor. Thought that would be it off the up air, but does live it. Now, Roy with this amount of rage is really scary. The Nair, the Nair will do it. So, Nair and disadvantage. Every time you hit Pyro and disadvantage, guys, she's almost always going to press Nair. Like, it's so careful. You have to be so careful about over-chasing her. You have to go for combos that are really guaranteed. Otherwise, you can cop a Nair at really silly percents high up on the stage, like 70%, and you're just going to die. So, you got to be super careful about that. Now, on to Kalos here for game 2. These guys are just playing on random. So, So there is no actual counter picks, just playing on random here. Oh, Roy falling so fast that he actually falls out of the second hit of up B there, which is good. Error messing up his juggle a bit there. I think he could have got a little bit more off that. And then Nair plane coming out from Connor here. Good chase. Good chase to get that back air. Knows the different angles that Error can DI. Should just roll away from that. Yeah. Just got to roll away from that. It's so scary because there are, vulnerability frames on the roll. So you don't want to do that because you can get clipped, but the thing is, like, the neutral B, it's so scary. It can just bust your shield just like that. It can just bust your shield, so you got to roll away from it. And if he releases it early and you get hit by the neutral B, you just have to take that. You can't sit there, because even if it doesn't break your shield or shield poke you, your shield is like gone, and you don't want to be playing against Pyra with basically no shield. Because she can just swing at you and she's going to poke you. Like, down air is suddenly undealable. You just have to fully avoid her. You just can't shield until the shield comes back up. So a really sort of janky, a little bit of a cheap janky stock there from Aero. I mean, it's not like, this move is actually low-key, just not even bad. I think a lot of the Aegis players just don't use it. It looks noob. It looks bad. It doesn't look like a move. It's so slow. It's so telegraphed. But the reality is, when you look at it when they're using it, you realize there's actually not that many options that you can do when they're falling on you with that. Like, if you react really fast, you can jump out of shield, maybe hit it with an aerial, but other than that, you just got to roll. Like, this move is basically safe on shield. It annihilates shields as well. But moving away from the talk on that neutral special now, because Connor is bringing this one back, really chasing Aero down heavily, but Aero handling the pace pretty well, not getting overwhelmed, which is hard to do, very difficult to deal with Roy running at you and nairing and jabbing. Good dash attack to cover that landing, and Connor does well to survive. Good DI. Ooh, actually good read on that drift. I would like to see a turnaround F tilt there. I think Connor would have gone right into that and died. Rips the up B there, but Connor actually didn't touch shield, so that's not going to do much. Oh, that's a really bad. I think it was was that a wave bounce side B and disadvantage there? I didn't like it. I kind of thought it was an air dodge at first, but I think it was actually a wave bounce side B, excuse me. I think it should have actually been dash attacked, but Eric gets the up tilt and takes that stock, and with a really good lead here. And yeah, just can't punish that, man. Can't punish that. I mean, I don't know if you actually can. Like, maybe if you're frame perfect, you can get something. That one wasn't particularly spaced at all, but really just leave. Like, just don't even try. Just keep holding shield. Try to buffer the option that she buffers after it is usually best. But Connor going to need to take the stock somewhat quickly, because you don't want to be playing, against pirates, sort of these 60-70% margins, because like a down air with this rage, it's gonna kill confirm you. So jabbing on shield there. Oh, I like that. The jab one, run up even closer to shield, which sort of covers roll away, and then jab again. Probably covered spot dodge as well, so that was nice to see. Kind of taking that stock, evening up the games, and this is not much of a hole for Roy to be in here. He can do, he can get some up airs started here and bring this percent back. Not a problem. So yep, getting into advantage here. Should have landed on that platform. Would have got another extension there. Probably a short hop up air after that. But good damage anyway. Bringing this back. Error reaction to the shield pressure well. Not doing panic options. Does roll in, which you got to be very careful at when you're doing that against these super aggressive characters. Rolling in is always very scary, but I think it wasn't too bad. Definitely playing keep away. Wow, actually, it's so rare to see like Pyro down air a shield and that actually not just instantly be safe. Actually, kind of copying a down tilt punish there. Roy down tilt, notoriously crazy move. Surprise that down air missed. And Error off stage here. That forward air must have missed by pixels. By absolutely pixels. Rips the up B. Is that going to KO at 100? It is. Always. I don't know if that DI was perfect. There is a lot of rage there on Aegis. And Error up 2-0 here, heading into game 3. Is going to be a 3-0 whitewash for the Aristochats. We know we're the best podcast. We know we don't even have to have this exhibition match. We already know, but we're here to prove it. So Error's gonna win this one 3-0, not a problem. And we're going to show that obviously, if you guys didn't know, if you were somehow, blind to this fact, the Aristochats are the superior podcast, superior Smash players, and hey, the superior people as well. Like, I'm just saying. Just kidding, obviously, but I hate how I have to say just kidding. I feel like everyone should obviously know, but a lot of people in the Smash scene don't know. I mean, that's a really good setup. That's a nice setup there from Aero, as I was ranting about absolute gibberish. But Aero with a really, really early stock here. And now, if we can get, that's a shocking recovery. If Connor was there shielding that up B, that's a forward smash and just lost that entire advantage. Didn't like that air dodge either. Misses the back air there. Connor, that should have been a stock as well. It was tight. You got to be quick on those back airs. You got to be quick to hit confirm it, but it was certainly an opportunity. Side B, Not sweet spotting, not gonna need killing. Good down tilt for the 2 frame. That's actually going to take the stock there, evening that up. Lucky that Era didn't ever really get back to neutral there, because he was in a Connor could have been in a hole after losing that stock super early to that side B, and then the jump forward air setup from Era. I think it was a forward. It could have been a back end. Maybe he rare bet. I'm not sure, but still at a deficit here. So we're going to see Connor not having much trouble getting on back onto stage. In fact, neither player, I think, is ledge trapping particularly well. Connor did a pretty good job on that first stock when he got Error off stage, but yeah, it's not really a defining factor in this game so far, which is kind of surprising, because both these characters are extremely good at ledge trapping. Very scary. Roy can sort of sit there jabbing and do that, and then Pyro just like can do a single move and it just covers borderline every option, because the sword is just so big. I would like to see Aero go for some runoff double jump down airs against the Roy recovery. I would really like to see that, but it's not something that I play against him a lot, and it's not something that he opts for very often. Gets that up tilt on the anti-air to take that stock, and then Connor, missing that back air confirm again. That should have been a stock. But Connor on his potentially last stock of this exhibition set here. Now, obviously, Connor would have been the short price favorite going into this set. I think he's around top 20 in Vic at the moment, which is the strongest state by far. This guy's got some really notable wins. And Aero, while he's got a few scalps in his times, he's been some good players. He's definitely not wouldn't be a top 20 sort of player. Ooh, just missing that spike. Wouldn't be a top 20 player, if he was in Vic. Oh, so lucky there. Connor had the read. By all rights, Aero should be dead, but flubbed execution there a little bit from Connor. But, Aero showing that, maybe the results don't mean everything. If you come out and you have a good game plan and you're playing well, and I think he is playing well. I think he's playing against the aggression from Connor really effectively, not getting freaked out by the pressure on shield, and that's a really should have just gone to ledge there. That's something about dealing with Roys and these sort of characters is, they're going to press a lot of buttons. They're going to be up in your face, and sometimes you can use that to your advantage if they're not being safe in how they aggress on you. But yeah, using that blazing end there, or whatever it's called, flaming end, blazing end, who knows, and just in a bad position to do that. Roy just able to jump over that and hit with the back air. So Connor getting on the board here, moving into game 4. Smashville will be the stage here. Era got that stock super early in game 3, but Connor bringing that one back, that could have been all she wrote. Era could have definitely finished it off there. I think the edge guarding and the gimping from both players is not great. You see there Connor just jumping over. The ledge setup, the ledge trapping setup is just not really there for either player. I think Connor could have been hit there for that whiff grab at the ledge. One thing that Ben Gold always told me, great forward smash. One of the lessons he taught me in this game was that you should almost never dash grab at the ledge. So if you're, in advantage and you have the stage control, you should not dash grab towards the other player if they're in the corner, because it's just so easy to get reversaled in this game when you go for this. It's just usually not worth the risk, It's just I thought, oh, that sounds like kind of gibberish, but then I started to realize how many times I would do it. Great read on that drift away in the air dodge. Doesn't get the spike. I don't know, maybe could have gone for even a sweet spot forward air there, would have been better. But yeah, I thought it was gibberish when Ben told me this, and then I started to realize how many times I got punished for sort of going for these dash grabs and getting reversaled. And I thought, I might not go for that anymore. Definitely, there it is. Yeah, the run off double jump down air, should be going for that whenever he has time to try and do that. Which I think there's been more chances for that in this set so far, but Era playing very safe, doesn't want to risk messing with Roy's up B. It's got huge priority. It's very hard to deal with, and good confirm there. There's a ledge trap into a kill from Connor there. So Era with the lead again though, turns around that up B, but doesn't quite get it, and Connor actually swings out of that one. So super close game. Connor needing to take this, obviously, to take this to a game 5. That's a messy up neutral B. I think he meant to land on the platform, but even then I didn't really like it. We saw Era using a couple of those neutral Bs really early on in the set, but he seems to have put those in the back pocket a little bit. He's not really bringing them out anymore. Maybe he just wanted to, you use it a few times, maybe get a janky kill or two, and then you sort of put it away for the rest of the set. Maybe bring it back out in game 5. I don't know. Yeah, catches Connor just sort of mindlessly down tilting there at the ledge, trying to 2-frame, but Era gets the punish with the up B. Blazing in, such a good tool to use in disadvantage. Actually just stops the full momentum of the other player, and sometimes can even put them in disadvantage. In that situation there, Era hit him with Blazing End, and then he's just stuck in shield, and Air can actually jump over him and just gain stage control. Such a close attempt at the spike there, but he doesn't quite get it. Air running to that side, but he doesn't wait for that to finish before getting the punish. Could have been an up smash there, definitely had time, or a down smash, or really anything at all. Actually, any smash attack. I think even Mithras might have killed with that rage, I'm not sure. Certainly an opportunity there, but Air doesn't react quite well enough. Both these guys at super high percents. There's the forward tilt. Cotter doesn't grab the ledge. And waiting. Both players waiting there. Air doing well to hold shield. You know, it's not the end of the world if Roy grabs you. Oh, I don't know about those air dodges though. I would like to see him sort of drift to the ledge in those situations. Although getting to the ledge trap situation against Connor is pretty scary doing that against Roy. Nice little frame trap on the up tilt to jab there. Connor obviously taking that last stock with a nair, so getting another stock off the ledge trap, which is something that Roy really is, you know, so potent at. But we haven't seen a whole lot of in this set, but we're seeing a few more now. Really getting those kills, and when Air is on the ledge now, it feels like that's a problem suddenly, whereas it probably didn't earlier in the set. And Connor with a strong advantage here, doesn't get the 2-frame on the down air. Aero, I feel like he's rolling past a lot. He's not really doing, I don't think he's doing many get-ups. He's often rolling or jumping and getting sort of past the jabs from Connor. I think Connor should do a little bit more, maybe jab 1, shield, short hop nair, fast fall, shield, you know, and then just react. Also dash back, you have to move between your different positions. That should have been an up air from Air that would have hit that drift. Yeah, you have to move through your different positions when you're ledge trapping. You know, you can't just stand at get up distance. You have to roll back to the roll distance sometimes, jump, land. And there's the roll. So he gets up from ledge and then rolls back in, and that time gets the forward tilt. So kind of bring this all the way to game 5. All these games super, super close. So here it is, game 5, T and C. So both these characters able to die super early. And Connor just rushing in there as he has done all set. Wants to get up right in Air's face. Has to do that. That's how the matchup obviously has to be played. That's Roy's advantage. The sort of damage output. Man, the range on that downer is so insane. Where that actually hits from, it covers so many options. You dash in, you undershoot, you overshoot, you hit where she was, you know, and you just, it doesn't matter where you are, that downer is going to connect with you if you rush into her as she jumps. Ooh, Air with a nice little confirm there. That's big damage. Down air, forward air. Does so much damage. But here it is, Connor's turn. We'll get a slight reversal there. Air rolling from the ledge again. Yeah, Roy just landing on shield there, and Air not quite quick enough to punish. If he even had the frame data to punish, maybe he didn't. Probably could have upbeat out of shield, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't want to be letting that rip. Let's the forward smash rip, though. Let's the forward smash rip. I think there are a few opportunities where maybe Aegis is in a little bit of lag, and Roy could get possibly nair 1 to F smash. I haven't really seen that. Haven't really seen him go for it. Maybe a spot dodge read into like a nair 1 F smash. But yeah, we haven't seen that too much. Reads the roll in there, but doesn't quite get the KO. But very scary for Connor now. Any tilt will kill, except the down tilt. You know, so forward up tilt going to kill. Blazing End doesn't quite do it. Any aerial will kill. Oh, he lost his jump, so can't recover there. An aerial with a good situation here. Getting a little combo. Yeah, and you know, Mithra's hitting you. It kind of feels like a wet noodle, but he's sort of one combo got him to sort of 20, and then he was in advantage and he got another combo. Now he's at 45. You know, it's not negligible damage. And he's actually he's borderline a kill percent. So down air up smash obviously going to kill now on this stage as well. So Connor really needs to get this stock, falling really far behind. And he's just swinging. He's not being creative with how he hits Aera's shield at the moment. Aera's defense actually just turtling and playing really well amongst his shield and actually covering. I feel like this is one of the things you want, where he's covering where Connor's going to be instead of where he is. Really important, especially for fast characters. But Connor chases him down there and gets the nair to Fair. Probably was looking for a back air, but it didn't matter. Fair's going to do the trick, overextending there and getting forward aired out of that advantage state. Haven't seen, I don't think, a single parry from either players. Which against swordies I feel like is just it's just a requirement. You must be parrying if you're playing against swordies, or maybe that's for characters who are not swordies playing against swordies. You know, I'm playing Yoshi. I feel like I've got to parry some of Pyro's stuff. It's got to be there. I have to, you know, attempt to do it sometimes. Didn't like that, but yeah, this move is so hard to punish. Even Roy's dash speed couldn't get there, and he eats a little bit of damage. And Air with a big lead, full stock lead now, and Connor just eating tilts, just running in. And there's the neutral B, good mix. Yeah, and Air's actually just playing really well. Dash back there. There's the down air, and there's the up smash, and that's going to KO. And that's going to KO on TNC, and that's actually going to do it. So there it is. There it is. Game 5, belter of a set. and Aero takes it over Connor in an upset. So thanks so much for joining us, guys. Hope you enjoyed the content, and we're hopefully going to bring you more stuff like this. Thanks so much for Connor for being a part of this with us in the exhibition set. And yeah, catch you all later. Thank you very much.